So it's been a few weeks since the last Brawl Stars update. Believe it or not, it's actually been 3 weeks since Mr. P and Hot Zone came out, our last big Brawl Stars update. I feel like it felt like just a few days ago since it was released. Time is really going fast, but as you all know, if you've been playing Brawl Stars for quite some time now, the Brawl Stars dev team likes to stay on a consistent time schedule when updates are released, and normally it's about a month apart in between each update. So I believe it's around that time where we need to start talking about good update ideas that should be coming out in the next update. So hope you guys are all pumped up. Let's get straight away into it. Here we go. So guys, before we get into the rest of the video, I have to announce the Cupid Piper giveaway winners. I forgot to do it in 2 consecutive videos now, so we gotta get this done. So the very first winner is Nick, and the second winner is Rith Vic. Hopefully I said that right. So guys, you two make sure to just comment in the pinned comment down below. I'll get in contact with you. Okay, everybody, so we're taking over to Reddit to share with you all some really good update ideas. But before we get into that, I'd like to explain to you guys what I feel like the next update is going to bring inside of Brawl Stars. There's one of 2 things that I feel like the next update should contain. Number 1, it could be a bigger update. We might have to wait for just a little bit longer than that month time span. As you all know, we got this really extended update with the Mr. P and the Hot Zone, as well as the Lunar New Year update, where we actually just stopped receiving content from that update. As you all know, with the Lunar New Year skins and stuff like that, they rolled it out over time when the last skin just basically came out, and that's the Cupid Piper skin. So they really extended this update for quite some time now, literally 3 weeks of new content consistently rolling out. And from that, I feel like it feels they're trying to extend this update as long as possible, maybe preparing for something a bit bigger. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm leaning towards the next update feeling like it might be a bit bigger than our normal updates. And if it's not, I would say expect an update to come out here very shortly of a smaller one, maybe with some balance changes, a new brawler, possibly a new game mode, and things along those lines. Kind of those staple things we come to expect from Brawl Stars updates. But guys, I'm kind of looking forward to maybe holding it out for a bigger one coming around the corner. And you may be asking to yourself, what's the next big update then? And I believe we might be approaching that next big update where it was teased in the Halloween commercial that the Brawl Stars dev team released, the animation where it teased the Arabian theme in the background, where we actually will get a new theme inside the game. I would say if we get past that 1 month threshold, or a month and a couple weeks past that, I would say expect something bigger, possibly, hopefully, something like that. So if that is the case, I would most definitely expect a new theme change coming around the corner, much like we received with the Christmas update, the Pirates theme update, as well as the Halloween update with the Mortis's Mortuary. So I'm assuming something like that with the Arabian theme. That would be amazing, and hopefully a new brawler fitting under that tree or that family of the mystical brawlers. So getting into some of the ideas that I would love to come in a next big Brawl Stars update, other than the staple things such as a new brawler or new game mode, which are amazing. I love those things, but I'm also really excited for new additions to the game that actually change the gameplay inside of Brawl Stars, or possibly like new game modes that are a bit different, not necessarily trophy-based game modes, which we will be getting into here shortly. So in a most recent video, we brought this picture up, and I'm going to hammer this home because I would love to see something like this implemented in a big update coming around the corner, and that is some sort of third ability in the game. Not star powers, not basic attack, but maybe a special ability that might be a little bit more dumbed down compared to like a super. It might be a bit smaller, but just adds a little bit more depth inside of the game. So when we last talked about this, I explained that it doesn't necessarily have to be a joystick or anything like that. I feel like it would feel a little bit clunky on your screen with a bunch of things, but it'd be much more fun with just like a button that you would have to press to activate that special ability. Maybe someone has like a point, or activate the button and then activate it on a teammate. So click the button, click a teammate, something like that, or hitting a button activates like a shield of some sort, something along those lines. Now, I think this would be incredibly good if we received something like this before we started flirting with the idea of third star powers. I know that's a very hot topic inside the Brawl Stars community, adding more depth in a sense of adding more star powers, and I'm fine with that as well. I really love star powers. I think it's the most depth creating thing inside of Brawl Stars. It allows you to have a little bit more control over your brawler, the way that you want to play them on a specific map or a role that you want to play them in. You select the star power that will grant you that ability to carry out a specific objective that you want to with that second star power. But I would love something like this where it's not necessarily you have to have your brawlers maxed out. Maybe these things you'll get once you achieve like power level 6 with a particular brawler, so it adds a bit more depth towards the earlier progression of your account. I'm not sure, just kind of flirting around with the ideas. But if the Brawl Stars dev team isn't even considering adding new abilities inside the game, I could see them being a little bit worried that it might get too in-depth and scare off people that are new to Brawl Stars. I'd be so game for 3rd star powers if they were to add more star powers inside the game. As you all know, there are so many different amazing ideas out there that people are creating, such as this, that I want to go through with you guys in today's video that I think would be fantastic for the game. Here's one for Mortis: Mortify Madman. When an enemy kills Mortis, they are dealt 1,800 damage if they're above 50% of their health. So you could play a little bit more aggressive with a star power, going in there and like kamikazing. Pretty cool. Here's one on Poco that I think is really cool: Non-stop strumming. If Poco lands all 3 of his attacks in one go, he regains back 1 attack bar. Pretty sweet. Here's one for Dynamite: Barrel Rush. As soon as Dynamite has his super, he reloads 13% faster. That'd be freaking insane. Here's a really simple one for Colt, but I think it would help out a lot, and that is 7 Shooter. Colt now shoots 7 bullets out of each gun. Here's a really cool one for Tara: Closer Look. Tara's super now is 12% larger if Tara has all her attack bars. So you guys get the gist of it, 3rd star powers. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these fan-made star powers feel better as like an ability, right? So a lot of these things like the Tara star power, I feel like her star powers are specifically designed to spawn like a shadowy figure. So the 3rd star power should have something to do with that as well, to keep it balanced. As well as like the Mortis one, it might not be as balanced as Coiled Snake or Creepy Harvest, but with just an extra ability that might be a little bit easier to balance inside the game. I feel like as is right now, having 66 star powers can be a little bit tricky balancing inside the game, but I may be wrong. If you have 3 star powers, it might be even easier to get fine-tuned on a specific brawler, trying to make them as balanced as possible, but we'll have to see moving forward. Some new skins that I'm sure might be added in this next update here coming around the corner, and that is the Bonanza that was held not too long ago and finished not too long ago as well. So we had the 2 winners, Horus Bow as well as Demonic Bow. I would definitely see these ones being implemented in this next Brawl Stars update. Very much so looking forward to that. I love these skins, and will be the first like community made skins being put inside of Brawl Stars. Very, very exciting. Okay guys, so next I want to move on to flirting around with new game modes inside of Brawl Stars. Now, in my personal opinion, I'm not really thrilled about adding another game mode inside of Brawl Stars that's trophy based. I feel like we've been trying for time and time again. People are so content with the game modes that we already have in Brawl Stars. People like their Showdown, their Gem Grab, their Brawl Ball, stuff like that, where whenever we add a new game mode in these last couple updates even, they just get removed from the game. People enjoy it initially, they get that hype when it's available in that top slot 24/7 while the update is active. People are playing it, having a good time, but once it starts to like tail off, or the update hype kind of goes down a little bit, people stop playing the game mode. It's weird. But what I do want to see in this next update desperately is a new ticketed game mode. Guys, it's been ages since we received a new ticketed game mode, where it's kind of losing its appeal in my personal opinion. I don't know if you guys can agree with me on that one, but the ticketed game modes aren't this thing where you're looking forward to the weekend anymore. And it's perfectly obvious on my accounts. I have these copious amount of tickets that I just don't use because it's not like something that I'm like keen on. It's not something that I really want to do inside the game, playing big game or Robo Rumble. And as you can see, Frank is tweeting out asking for our opinions on big game with a little meme on the bottom with the picture, killing off Life Leech, killing off Takedown, killing off Lone Star, and Supercell's knocking on the door of big game. So it looks like big game is close to being on the chopping list. Maybe it's not performing very well for the ticketed game modes. And you may be wondering, Ray, how do you feel about this? Are you devastated that big game would be removed from Brawl Stars? And I'm not that sad about it. I'd be kind of okay with it. It would switch things up just a little bit. Even though big game has been inside Brawl Stars since the ticketed events were released or even created inside of Brawl Stars, I'm fine with a little mix into the waters. I feel like the ticketed game modes are getting a little bit stale. My favorite one by far is Boss Fight, but big game is, I feel like, the third that I just don't play. You know what I mean? I play Robo Rumble for the rewards that you get. It's the best game mode to spend your tickets on if you're trying to get brawl boxes. So I feel like that should stay in the game, and boss fight should stay in the game. So remove big game and come out with something really fun. I want a game mode that's just super fun that I can't leave my iPad playing it. Now, you may be wondering, Ray, what ticketed game mode do you want to see inside Brawl Stars? And this is something that I brought up not too long ago in one of our update idea videos as well, in that gun game. I would love this. It's basically the same exact thing as like Call of Duty, where you start off with a brawler, you get a kill with a brawler, you move on to a set list of brawlers that you have to complete during the match. First one to get through all those wins the game and wins like a certain amount of tokens from that ticketed game mode. I feel like that would be insanely fun. And another idea like this, once again, I featured this in one of our most recent update idea videos as well. I am so game for this idea. I love this game mode idea because it adds so much depth into Showdown, an already popular game mode, adding different power-ups inside the game, something that doesn't just boost up your health and your attack damage that we have with power cubes. This way, you can get like a shield, you get damage booster, rapid reload, speed boost, supercharge, and director. A lot of really epic things to kind of change the tide of the battle. I think this would be a fantastic ticketed game mode. I wouldn't want to see this in trophy-based stuff just because a lot of things are unpredictable with all these different power-ups, but it would be fun to rip around with different things in the game in just like a Showdown ticketed game mode. Okay, so moving along to a few other ideas that I've been thinking about for quite some time now with these updates coming around the corner, though it might be biting off just a little bit too much for us for this next update, but something down the road would be an experience road. I feel like inside of Brawl Stars, and I've been getting a lot of feedback from my viewers here on my YouTube channel, that coins are so dang hard to get inside of Brawl Stars. People have their accounts, they have their brawlers leveled up. They have like 8 different brawlers that need to be leveled, but they don't have the coins to afford it. Maybe the experience road can supplement for that, where you get majority on that experience road coins or something like that. It doesn't have to be incredibly overpowered or anything like that. We already have a trophy road where we get good rewards from it, but maybe having something like this to supplement the progression inside of Brawl Stars, so it's not so stale, playing at the same power level with certain brawlers. I don't think on Experience Road we should get like new skins or brawl boxes or stuff like that. I think it should be really basic stuff, like a downgrade of the Trophy Road. And I know you guys are going to be a little bit disappointed with what I'm about to say here, the Trophy Road. I feel like we're not going to get that much more changes to the Trophy Road anytime soon. If you guys wanted a beefed up Trophy Road progression system in the game, I know a lot of people were asking for that, but I think what they changed it to in the last update, I think is fine moving forward. There's a lot more Mega Brawl Boxes on the Trophy Road. A lot of us got free Mega Brawl Boxes if we already completed the Trophy Road. I feel like the changes to it in this last update are pretty much so the extent. So next, moving along to a few things that might be a little bit selfish on my part, but would love to see implemented inside of Brawl Stars, and that is more like cosmetic things in the game, or just additions to make Brawl Stars overall more fun to play. And this is one of them, and that is more in-depth stats at the end of each game. Why did you get star player? I want to see how many kills I picked up. I want to see how much work I put into that match to be that good of a player. Or you know what, maybe you screwed up, you didn't play very well, you play with a random that shows their stats and how bad they played. I feel like that'd be really interesting information to see. I would love this implementation. I think it'd be a lot of fun with friends and stuff like that, seeing how good people are playing. It'd be cool. I would like this one a lot. So moving along to our next one, and I think we are kind of getting to this point that I would love something like this to be implemented inside of Brawl Stars, and those are emojis. As you all know, we have a new kind of like communication system. While we're sitting in lobby, we can talk to our friends with one-liners. We don't have to type it in like when someone pops in, you just hit the hi or well played, stuff like that. I think it'd be cool to have an emoji, just trolling with your friends, having a good time, or having those emojis in different areas in the game as well. I think this might be bad and might be adding to the overall BM, but I would love to be able to use emojis while you're playing in games. Say a friend of yours makes a really good play, hit him up with that need a thumbs up. He knows that you're thinking about him if you're not on VC. I think that would be freaking awesome. Maybe have like a little icon on the top right hand corner of your screen where it's not taking up a lot of room. You hit that, get your emojis, pops right above your head while you're playing. I think that's really cool. Now it could be BME. I could see this happening in Showdown a lot. Like you kill someone, then they get the need a thumbs up. That would be very rage inducing. So I don't know if that's a good idea, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. Now, while we're still talking about the new messaging system, or the addition to the messaging system while we're in a game room with friends, one tweak that I hope is fixed in this next update is adding a notification on the chat while you're readied up. There are so many different times where people aren't readying up, and then I have to unready up to see if someone typed anything, or maybe it shows above your head if someone's typing in the chat, so you know that it's coming, so you're not just sitting there waiting for something, constantly clicking buttons trying to see what your teammates are saying to you. I think that'd be really, really helpful and not so annoying, in my opinion. And then, of course, I had to add a few different things. This would be amazing, and it would also be very troll for like Lex and Kairos and Chief Pat, who just did their huge grinds where you could spend 200 now instead of 20. That'd be awesome. Though it's kind of rewarding being able to grind through like 800 tickets, 20 tickets each match, so you can get those crazy rewards. But still, a cool idea. Really cool that someone thought of that. As well as I came across this. Are you kidding me, Shelly? Look, Shelly already has a bunch of new skins, but I like this mecha idea that we have inside Brawl Stars. I love the mecha crow, love the mecha bow. I would love to see more mecha skins inside Brawl Stars, such as a mecha Shelly or a mecha Mortis. Please, someone give me mecha Mortis. I want that so bad. But yeah, guys, those are all the ideas that I have for you in today's video. I would say if we are expecting an update here around the corner, you can expect the normal staple things. If it's really, really around the corner, like in the next couple weeks, to fit that time frame that Brawl Stars normally stays on within a month, I would say we would get another smaller one, such as a new brawler, maybe a new game mode, maybe a new environment, something like that, maybe some skins, some like the basic stuff, maybe balance changes and things along those lines. But I feel like if we wait it out a little bit and there isn't an update for like a month from now or a couple weeks from now, we can assume that they're working on something big, right? Something groundbreaking, one of those bigger updates for Brawl Stars, like the new environment, the Arabian theme environment, or adding new abilities in the game, or 3rd-star powers. If that's the case, I'm all for it. I want to see some depth in the game, something changing with the gameplay and making it a lot more fun. But we'll have to see moving forward. Guys, I'll keep you up to date once I know anything about update information coming around the corner. Make sure to stay tuned, hit that subscribe button. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. And with that being said, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.